Okay, number 13. If x is greater than 3, which of the following is equivalent to 1 over x plus 2 plus 1 over x plus 3? All right. So this one, we're trying to simplifying this expression, and it's like a complex fraction thing. Okay, we have a fraction inside another fraction, and we want to figure out which one is equivalent to that. Okay. So one approach, okay, so if you're not sure exactly where to begin with this, not sure how to solve algebraically, what we can do is, since this x is greater than 3, so you can pick any number greater than 3, right? So you can do like 4 or 5, whatever number you want, but preferably you don't want to pick number too big, right? It'll be difficult to solve. So if you can pick like x equal to 4 maybe, and then you can plug it in here, right, to solve this out. And then you can also plug in 4 into each of the answer choices and see which one is equivalent. That could work, right? But then even if you do that, that won't be that easy to solve because again, we have all these fractions. Okay, so if we're gonna solve it algebraically, what we can do is this. So let's just start with the bottom part, okay? If you wanna add these two fractions together, so in order to add fractions, you have to make sure they have the same denominator. So right now the denominators aren't different. Okay, so that's the most difficult part about this. So we can't just add them right away. So we have to make sure they have the same denominator first before we add them together. Okay, so what would be a common denominator that we can use here? So if we have x plus 2 and then x plus 3. So the common denominator, we can actually multiply the two denominators together. So we do x plus 2 times x plus 3. Right? Then this should be a good common denominator that we can use. Right? So we can change both fraction into a denominator like that. Okay, so we have 1 over, so let's just leave it alone for now. Okay, 1 over. So leave it over there. And then let's just focus on the bottom two fractions. Okay, so we want the first fraction is 1 over x plus 2. But our denominator, we want it to be x plus 2 times x plus 3. Because that's a common denominator that we want them both to have. So right now, it already have x plus 2 on the bottom. Right, so we need another x plus 3. So that's why we multiply by x plus 3 on the bottom, but we also have to do it to the top. Okay, so we multiply by x plus 3 on the bottom, we multiply by that on the top as well. All right, so this will be the equivalent fraction. So if we just multiply to the bottom and not to the top, then we're changing the question, right? So it'll be no longer equivalent, so that doesn't work. Okay, so it's always the other one. Okay, so whatever that's missing, we're gonna multiply by that. Okay, so remember our goal is to make that on the bottom for both fractions. Okay, that's our goal. So then we can work on the second fraction is gonna be, so right now I already have x plus 3, so we can change it. So we need a x plus 2, right? So to make x plus 2 times x plus 3 on the bottom. So we can do 1 times x plus 2 on the top, because that's then the new thing that we added there. All right. So once we did that, we can now add the two fractions together. So this will give us the, on the bottom will be the same denominator. So we can do x plus 2 times x plus 3 here. All right. And then on the top, we can distribute the 1. Right, distribute the 1 and then come on like terms. So it'll be 1 times x is x, plus 1 times 3 is 3, plus the second one, 1 times x is x, plus 1 times 2 is 2. All right, and then we're gonna add them together there. At the top, we come on like term, we get 2x plus 5, And then on the bottom, we can multiply these two out. So this will be like the FOIL pattern. Okay, we had to multiply first term times the first term. So x times x is x squared. And then we do the outer term. And so 3 times x is 3x. And then we're going to do the inner term is 2 times x is plus 2x. And then last term times the last term, 2 times 3, that would be 6. Like that. All right. Which if we combine like terms, we get 2x plus 5 over x squared plus 5x plus 6. Like that. Okay. So that's what we have after we added the two fractions on the bottom. That's what we get. But be careful, this is not the final answer. Remember, we still have like a 1 over, right, in the beginning, and that's still there. Okay, the 1 on top is still there. So the fraction we got here, that's the denominator. That's on the bottom. We still have like a 1 over that. So if we do 1 divided by this fraction, what happens is if we divide by a fraction, we have to flip it and multiply. Okay, so this is same as 1 times the reciprocal of this fraction. So we're going to flip it over. It will be x squared plus 5x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. Okay, and 1 time that is just that, right? So it'll be running a space here, but it'll be x squared plus 5x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. Okay, so that would be our final answer. Okay, which is letter B for number 13. All right, and that should be it for this one.